Hey guys, and welcome back to the Blue Podcast. This is the Purple Show. You happy with that?
You almost butchered it, but yeah.
I nearly.
I was so surprised when you did it. Then I was like,
there's no build-up.
my kind of segues are the best. 100%.
Okay.
You happy? Did I call it the right?
I don't know how they're going to put in the intro piece, but
It should make it work. It's fine.
fuck off. So our producer's holding. I got a whiteboard, and so they have power now.
Oh God. Well, I can't even read what it said. What did it say?
Nothing.
I'm gonna have to turn my
Go
head
on,
every
we'll
time
mo-
there's a
we'll move
whiteboard
on.
up now, aren't I? Because I'm sat here.
Yeah, you are. You enjoy the big sofa. Spread yourself out a little bit. Like.
Do you know he's not being like you?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Check
yeah,
out the
I'm
gold
not-
show that came out
yeah, I'm
yesterday
not
to
putting
see
my legs
Henry.
up and doing all
Henry
that.
very
No.
relaxed. Very
I am
relaxed.
not feeling 100%, unfortunately. So I am enjoying the facilities. It's all good. Yeah. You shouldn't have done it at the same time. That's the problem.
I wish I hadn't.
This is the Purple Show Light this week because, as you can see, there's only 3 of us. Unfortunately, there are prior commitments that we couldn't avoid with the other 2. So we're not going to do the quiz this week or the points. We're just going to do. We're just going to do some talking about our leagues, and that'll be it. It does mean
Right,
that
really excite them into
Yeah,
it,
I mean,
yes,
This
this
is
is
big
really,
exciting.
this is really gripping the
Yeah.
viewers right now.
Shouting
guys,
hurts
you
because I've got
know,
2
we're
ulcers
gonna-
and it's killing
we
me.
haven't got everyone here, so we're just gonna kind of do a bit of a
But-
podcast.
So
Do
if
you
your
know
favourite
what that
person
does
isn't
mean?
here, just click
What?
off right now.
It means that we have our final scores for the month because this is the last show of the month.
Okay.
So next week we have a punishment to dish out.
and I'm guessing I'm getting the punishment.
I think it is you. I need to double check. I don't know off the top of my head.
Uh-oh.
I've done 1 quiz or 2 quizzes. This is not fair.
But the month is over, and that is the rule. So we're going to give out a
No,
punishment.
it's not the rules. It's the rules you've made up.
Yeah, and this is my show, so deal with it.
It's my podcast. So.
This is my show.
All right, guys. All right, guys, stop arguing. Come on now.
Me and Daddy are arguing.
Yeah.
You're definitely mummy.
Oh, guys, come on. Right, let's move on.
Lloyd, talk about
Move
your
on.
league first.
Anyway.
Fuck off.
Right, there was some midweek games. Do you want me to talk about
For context as well,
those?
for anyone new, La Liga, Premier La Liga.
Bundesliga,
There we go.
Yeah.
and then we have Dan on Serie A and Jamie on Eredivisie.
Eredivisie.
Visa. Can't pronounce it.
I mean, only one place to start again. Barcelona, 5-1 win away against Villarreal. I mean, they're just
Yeah.
They
Did,
look
did you see what
good.
the was it the president of La Liga said?
no. What did he say?
He said it's a good thing that Barcelona can sign more players because otherwise they'd be scoring more goals or something like that. I was like,
They just can't stop scoring. They've played 6 games. They're on 22 goals.
I can do you one better when it comes to the
Well,
Premier La Liga,
yeah, but like,
yeah,
you know,
different league.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Rafinha got 2 again. Lewandowski got 2 despite missing a penalty. They had young player Pablo Torre come in, got a goal and an assist,
He's
played
been on the
59
scene for a
minutes.
while. He's a football manager wonder kid. If you know,
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
know
he's been in
football manager,
about
you know him.
in and around the squad, and he's made appearances. But
He
yeah,
went out on loan last season, but he's now in the squad and he's getting minutes. Especially with if they're going for that attacking midfielder, they've got Olmo to start, and then obviously you've got this guy to back up. That's a decent pairing.
No, I mean Olmo's injured till mid October anyway, so
it? Okay.
yeah, so that's the reason he's out. And I mean they have got quite a few injuries. I mean Gavi, De Jong, Fermin Lopez, Araujo, Christensen, Olmo. So they're missing a lot of players, yet they're still performing the way that they are. Can you imagine how they're going to perform when they've got
Yeah.
a fully fit squad?
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
I mean, that's going to be even better. I mean, Real Madrid 4-1 win at home against Espanyol. They were 1-0 down, actually, in the 54th minute. Courtois scored an own goal. And then from then on, it was Dani Carvajal, Rodrigo, Vinicius, and Kylian Mbappe
Oh, so
getting a
all
goal.
3 of the front 3 scored.
Yep.
Fair.
And
It's always positive.
Vinicius Jr. didn't even start the game. Arda Güler was playing on the right, and then
Really?
Vinicius Jr. came on, and yeah, he ends up getting a goal and an assist in
Bellingham
about
injured
25
still?
minutes. I think no, he's back.
Okay.
He is back now. Jude Bellingham is back. I mean,
Didn't start though, I assume.
no, he did.
You
He
did.
did start.
Started.
Okay.
Oh,
fair.
okay.
Started. So he's back in the team. Athletic Club got a 3-1 win at home against Celta Vigo, who started the season very well, actually. Celta Vigo, 6 games, they've won 3 of them. And Guruceta got 2 for Athletic Club, striker. I mean, he's always an interesting striker for me. I think he's a decent player, but I don't know whether he's necessarily like if they want to push for Champions League, whether he's a Champions League like level
Yeah.
striker.
But I mean, in the big games they play the Williams brothers, don't they? They don't
Yeah, I mean last
So-
season he did quite well, 14 goals, 5 assists. But yeah, I don't know.
It's an interesting contributor towards a decent like Champions League pushing team. So
yeah,
it's not terrible.
no, it's not terrible. No, it's just he's never been sort of a player to massively excite me whenever I've watched Athletic Club.
What's happening with Nico Williams, by the way? Because he seems to have dropped off a bit.
Yes,
he wanted Barca, didn't he? And he's trying to be on the publicly. He's trying to be like, oh no, I'll give them one more year, but actually he's pissed.
Well, yeah, I mean he's been injured as well. He's not playing. He's not playing at the moment. He got injured against Leganes, so he's out until.
I mean, he's done it. He's done it the right
late
way.
October as well.
He's publicly like being like good to the fans and all that. Like, he'll probably treat this as like a farewell tour. Like play a little bit, wave at the fans, say goodbye, and then fuck off to Barcelona at the end of the season.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, Athletic Club at the start of the season, they weren't doing too well, but now they've won 3 on the bounce. I mean, albeit, Celta Vigo, Leganes, Las Palmas, who I fully expect Las Palmas to get relegated because they've bought the most FIFA-esque career mode. It's like.
Who is it? It's Ollie McBurney and
they've got Ollie McBurney in there. Scott McKenna's in there. Jasper Sillessen, Sandro Ramirez, who used to play for Everton.
Yeah,
they've got Adnan Januzaj in there as well. Fabio Silva, who used to play for Wolves. I mean, their team is so random.
Fabio Silva. We were playing FM last night, me and a couple of the boys, and Dan was desperately trying to get rid of him.
Silva. Yeah. He wanted him to go.
Who was he?
So he's Wolves. I'm Everton. I made myself Sean Dyche, and it was very fun. I'm playing a 4-4-2.
And he's just buying everyone over 30.
Like Alexandra Pato, Pjanic.
Pato,
Pjanic.
Yeah, I mean,
Bastos.
Jesus.
and he'll probably still inevitably win. But Rayo Vallecano got a point against Atletico Madrid.
Really?
So they dropped points at Atletico. Conor Gallagher scored.
He scored 2-2 now, hasn't he?
Yeah, so he's on a bit of form. I mean, he's always going to be a good signing for them. I mean, he suits them perfectly.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that in my mind.
My favourite Spanish team.
Atletico Madrid.
Yeah. Dark Arts. I love them.
I can't stand them. But that might be because they knocked us out a few years ago in the Champions League. But
have you picked your La Liga side yet? That you're backing?
My La Liga team. If I'd have to pick one, I do like Valencia.
Okay.
Interesting.
How did they do this week?
They drew 0-0 against Osasuna, so not great. I mean, they've not had a very good start to the season, but as I said on the last one and then the one before that, they've had a very difficult start to the season, their fixture list. I mean, their first 6, Celta Vigo away, Athletic Club away, Villarreal at home. It was Barcelona at home first as well, so that's even more difficult. Then Atletico away and Girona at home. So
that is not
they've
easy.
had an incredibly tough run in, and they've managed to get a win and 2 draws out of that. So it's not great, but not
same owners as
terrible.
Salford.
Same owners as Salford.
Yep, Peter Lim.
Really?
Yep, same guy.
Fun facts.
Yeah, fun facts. If you didn't know. And they bought their like midfielder was bought from Levante, who's like their big rivals, and he signed like a 9-year contract with Levante, and then went and signed for Valencia on a release clause.
Yeah, Pepe Lu. Yeah. And he got 2 assists in their last win against Girona, which was actually the week game, and not. I was reading the game that actually happened last night. So at the weekend they did beat Girona 2-0. Really good result because they're a pretty good team.
Yeah, well, Valencia always used to be that team, like the challenging one. The Juan Matas of the world.
And then of course they had all their financial troubles and the problems like
Gary
that.
Neville happened.
Gary Neville.
Yeah, and I mean, I think I'd probably pick Valencia as my team because they just have so many youth academy players coming through there. I mean. Not last season when I was looking at the teams in the league, I was thinking, I don't know half of these players. I reckon they're really going to struggle. And then they ended up finishing 8th, which is like really good season for them. So, all in all, I mean, interesting game week. I mean, Barcelona 6 games, top of the table. Real Madrid have played 7, they're on 17. And then Athletic Club turned it around, they're 3rd. And then Atletico Madrid 4th with 12. And then Mallorca 5th. A 5th. They got a big win away from home. Let me see, was that last night? No, that was on Monday against Real Betis. They won 2-1. They got a 93rd minute winner.
Fair.
Thanks to Valery Fernandez. I mean, Lo Celso scored for Real Betis.
Did he?
He's not been doing too badly actually. 3 games, 3 goals. He seems seems to be hitting the ground running there. But unfortunately, his career he's going to get an injury at some point, and then he's going to be out for a couple of months. That's the story with him.
Got Vita Roque in there as well.
Yes, yeah, he didn't really do much.
Fun, another wonder kid that's going down the back.
Yeah, no, it's such a shame to see players like that. But yeah, I mean,
that's what happened with Bordeaux, isn't it? Like with Malcolm.
Yeah,
to Barcelona flopped. Should have got a bunch more money. They're now in the 4th division, and they have Amadou Diallo, who was at Newcastle and West Ham, like a youngster, fair enough, and Andy Carroll. Their star striker is Andy Carroll. I need to go to Bordeaux. I need to watch this football.
Oh, that'd be brilliant. Andy Carroll.
So good.
I just wish he was a bit better for us back in the day. He didn't really do too well at Liverpool, to say the least.
Can't believe you had him and Crouch at one point. That was fucking
ridiculous.
No,
it's not at the same time.
Not at the same time.
But we've had a few interesting strikers.
Two of the tallest target men in the world.
Oh yeah, we bought Carroll, and then I think it might have been in the same window actually. We bought Carroll and we bought Luis Suarez in the same transfer.
Well, one of them worked.
One of them's better.
Yeah, one of them worked, and then one of them didn't really go to plan. But we're going a bit off track. So who's next?
Let's talk about the Bundesliga. You can go last. You annoyed me.
I've done nothing today.
Oh.
Started off by taking the piss out of me. I forget what it was, but
you forgot. He's forgotten.
So it didn't happen.
He's forgotten what it was, so it can't matter that much.
No, you almost butchered the start. That was it.
And then you started taking the piss. I was like, yeah, no, okay, I'm cool. I'm gonna.
Anyway.
I forget what it was. You guys all have watched it, and I've got a terrible memory.
Let Henry know in the comments
what he did to annoy me, but he definitely did something. So it's something.
I'm an innocent party. I'm just a boy.
Yeah, probably that. So let's talk about Bayern Munich, shall we?
Go on.
Surprise, surprise, Michael Olise is good.
Yep.
4 goal involvements. He's hit the ground. I'd say he's hit the ground running, but that was only his. Before that, he only scored 1 goal and got no more assists.
What are we saying about Vincent Kompany, Henry?
I think it's one of these things where it's like I still think he's average, but if you're average for Bayern Munich,
I reckon he's
doing well.
Good. It's good.
He's doing well.
It's good.
You've seen him with goals they've scored in the last 3-4 games.
It's good. It's good.
I don't put that down to him a lot. I hate you.
Do you not?
No,
you don't?
I put that down to the how good this squad is because it is ridiculous.
Yeah, but like last season, they obviously weren't doing this week in, week out. They were struggling a lot. They weren't playing to the same sort of level. So no credit goes to Kompany?
A dressing room fallout or something. I've got a funny feeling. I think he is a good, decent manager who will like babysit this squad and do really well, and they'll do really well because they are such a good squad. Kimmich's captain playing in midfield is perfect. Very happy with that. Musiala is just criminal.
Well, he's a joke, isn't he? Yeah,
he's just a joke.
He's unbelievable footballer.
Kane is ridiculous. They've got Pavlovic, who's just appeared out of nowhere, who's sick as a DM.
Yeah, no, he's been a decent player for them over the past year.
And then you just improved it by adding Palhinha and Olise, and it's just like, what the fuck? Could have done without selling De Ligt and Mazraoui to us because they've been sick for us so far. But Kim, Min-jae and Upamecano are fine. Like Kimmich can play right back, Lima can play right back. Eric Dyer still makes the bench.
Yeah, I can see that.
But again, Harry Kane's got to have someone to talk to. So, well,
it's quite interesting. It's quite interesting how they sold De Ligt over Eric Dyer. What do you think of that? Dyer over De Ligt.
He doesn't play. Kim Min-jae and Upamecano are the starters, and they have other defenders. He's just an option. Like they've got Ito as well, who they bought from Stuttgart. Who's okay. Like he's not gonna give that many minutes, so it's fine. But it's one of these things. Like they probably shouldn't have sold De Ligt, but they'll survive. Like they'll still win the league every year.
I mean, I don't think it's terrible them selling De Ligt because last season he wasn't very good at all, was he? Really?
He was fine. He was okay.
Well, I mean, he was getting dropped by Eric Dyer.
He wasn't. They were playing together. That was the whole thing. That stat that I know what you're talking about. It was on social media how like Eric Dyer played more than De Ligt or something like that.
Yeah,
but it's not true. Every time that Eric Dyer played, he was partnered by De Ligt.
Right.
So it's not true.
No, yeah, it's not.
Let's move on to the champions. Took them to the 93rd minute to win their game.
They keep on doing it.
Every time.
They will always do it. But their defence is not looking as strong as it used to.
Now they're conceding a few more goals.
They conceded 3 goals.
Oh. Well, you haven't said the score yet.
I said 4-3.
Did you?
93rd minute winner. Sorry, 4-3. Yes.
No, you just said you didn't say the score, mate.
Bear with me. 4-3. Wolfsburg only scored in the first half. And then obviously they were 3-2 up, and then Hinnekamp got a goal with a 93rd minute winner from Boniface. It's just I don't think
Boniface or Boniface?
Boniface. I don't
I want to say
care.
Boniface.
I think it's Boniface.
Something's just not quite right in that defence. It's
Who's
just
supposed to something not quite right about me?
well, no, nothing is quite right. Frimpong doesn't start every game. He tends to start from the bench. One of them starts from the bench. They're not starting them both together. Don't know why. Boniface and Grimaldo. Like one of them will be benched and one of them will start.
I mean, Frimpong.
Oh my gosh!
Oh wow!
Mine's
This is full-blown capitulation from Henry today.
I've got an ulcer here and an ulcer here. Bear with me. It's a lot. I'm in a lot of pain. But I still showed up for you lot. So, you know. Yeah, exactly. Positivity. Frimpong and Grimaldo, one of them tends to start and one of them tends to be benched for most games. I don't know why. Start your best team.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I will rotate like sometimes, but most of the time play both of them. Weird.
Yeah, but then again, he's done quite well, hasn't he, Xabi Alonso? So I think he can do whatever the hell he wants, really.
Never mind. Sorry, Lloyd. Jesus.
Well,
bloody hell.
Yeah, but mate, he won 3 trophies, didn't he, last season? Like
2 trophies.
2 trophies.
Was it 2?
Messed up the Europa League final.
And
he did,
sorry,
didn't he?
Europa League final. I'll get that right this time.
Didn't they win the domestics?
They won the league and the cup.
Didn't they not have a third cup?
No. Yeah,
But
you
if they
are
won the
right.
Super Cup, but I don't think you'd count that anyway.
Yeah.
Hinnekamp came off the bench and scored. He should have started. I don't know why, but Balossian doesn't look that great. Mukiele on loan doesn't seem like that good a signing for me anyway. Good cover, but like shouldn't be starting. Just doesn't look as strong defensively. I don't know what it like. The changes like obviously that centre back I've mentioned already. The right back keeps rotating, and then Garcia's now in the midfield with instead of Palacios. I thought Palacios was one of the players of the season last year, but he's been dropped for Garcia.
Garcia is a quality player.
He is.
He's a good player. He's a really good player.
But I think that Palacios is like should be considered by like the Uniteds and Cities of the world. Like how good he was last season. He was underrated. Like statistically really strong. Like
he's a good player. I think with Garcia is for Girona last season as well. He was really properly.
But if we just have
one of the players for them.
Like I understand. I do understand. Like Garcia was like they finished Champions League football for.
They did, yeah.
They got Girona, which is a massive achievement. I look at the stats of Palacios and Garcia from last season, and I just think like
you think he's better
attacking wise, like the kind of shooting and creative numbers like assists per 90, goals per 90, Palacios miles above.
Yeah, but then necessarily, do you think he wants someone who's more of an well, I mean, I get Palacios is decent on the ball, but obviously, Garcia, well, he's just so comfortable.
He's a better defender.
So comfortable on the ball.
He is, but Palacios is a better defender. He tackles more, has better interceptions, and then wins the ball more in the final third. So he's a lot more of a progressive midfielder. So potentially you could play them
push
both.
him up, push him further up.
Well, you want to put Palacios further up, but then you've got Xhaka who sits. But now you've kind of got Garcia and.
Yeah, I mean, if they both sit, I don't see why that's necessarily a problem when you've got
Yeah.
Grimaldo like playing left wing almost half the time.
True, but it's one of these things. But I think Palacios is really mint. I think he's
a good player. Yeah, don't get me wrong.
Fantastic player. So I don't know. Maybe that's an issue, but we'll find out. Let's move on to Dortmund. Got spanked by Stuttgart.
Oh wow!
Milot was on fire.
5-1. You start saying the scores, bro.
Sorry, 5-1. I thought you guys. We should have them put on the screen.
They're not going to do that.
They're not going to do that. But we should do that.
That's a lot of work.
Just tell us.
That's a hell of a lot of work, I think.
5-1 to Stuttgart. I'm not happy, obviously. Milot was on fire. Undav got 2 goals. The left back was on fire as well. And Dortmund just didn't turn up. Their defence looked weak. Anton and Sule and Schlotterbeck as and then Reyerson is like a back 4, just looks weak. Sabitzer at right wing, I don't rate. More of a deep liner. Like if you're playing like a kind of defensive / like playing from deep midfielder on the right wing, I don't get it as a tactic. Like I'd like to have like some more pace in this team, a bit more flair. Because Brad is efficient, but he's okay.
Yeah. He's industrious.
Adeyemi is great. Garassi gets goals, I guess.
Sabitzer playing right wing.
I want to see some. I remember like the kind of days of old with like the Blazikowskis of the world. Like I want to see like a really attacking, exciting winger. Boyno Gittins looks great.
Why is he not starting? week in, week he should be one of the first names on the team sheet the way he started the season.
Starting doesn't rate him. Malin's been dropped as well.
Yeah, and then they got Jan Kauto last season, who was at Girona, and he's not starting either.
First Reyerson for some reason. But you can play Reyerson left back. Reyerson can be left-footed. He's very two-footed. So I don't know why. It's weird, and they're giving minutes to likes of Ben Sebaini as well, and I just think a little bit more squad management and giving minutes in the right areas could really help this. But got absolutely spanked. We're now down to 8th, which is fun, and Bayern are back top of the table, unbeaten.
Nice.
4 out of 4. Anything else to speak about? Leipzig drop points at St. Pauli, which is also quite impressive, I think.
Yeah,
we managed to do that. Great. Apparently, their goalkeeper was man of the match, so I don't think it was a good game for Leipzig.
Yeah,
it wasn't. They conceded 17 shots.
Jesus.
Which is mental. Berlin looked back to their ways. 2-1 against Hoffenheim. Good result. Back into the top 6. Frankfurt beat Mönchengladbach 2-0. Their goalkeeper got man of the match. I think that says everything about how that game went. Yeah. I don't recognise many of these players in this Gladbach team, actually, so I think it might be... Do you remember when Gladbach were the third or fourth best team in Germany?
They were thriving, weren't they, at one stage?
Thuram was in the team.
Yeah, they were doing really, really well.
Who else did they have that was good? Neuhaus and Kone. They had a decent squad, and now I look.
Well, they had Marco Rosa, the Leipzig manager,
exactly.
but at the time when they were doing pretty damn well, to say the least.
Jan Sommer was there as well. It was a decent squad, and now it's just I recognise a couple of these names because of Football Manager. The defence is pretty good, but these attackers, I don't recognise any of them.
No,
that's all.
No.
So that says it all really about them. And that's realistically
that's the Bundesliga.
Let's do Primera Liga.
Yeah. Talk to us about Gyökeres then.
2 more goals. So the 3 big teams all won 3-0 this week.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Nice. Porto, Benfica and Sporting all won. Benfica beat Boavista. Sporting beat AVS Football Sard, who are probably going to go down.
Nice.
And Porto beat Vitoria, which is actually quite impressive because I think they're in top 5.
Yeah. Well, Vitoria are always a decent team.
They're
in
decent,
5th.
but you still expect Porto to beat everybody that's not Sporting and Benfica.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, you've got to say to Santa Clara, Vitoria, and Famalicão.
They are the on-form team.
They are 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Yeah.
So fair play to them. They're above Braga, which is always big.
Yeah, that was what I was going to ask. Where is Braga?
7th on 11 points after 6 games.
Yeah, that's
so
because I can never remember. I recognise the badge, but not the name.
God, they got Carlos Carvajal as their manager. Braga.
I know.
Used to manage
He
Swansea.
did.
Wow, that's a
What
bit
a
of a throwback for
Another
me.
Swansea manager who I've spoken about, because I spoke to the producer about Steve Cooper, because obviously he's at Leicester. And a fun fact: I went to Cambridge United the other day for a outside of podcast job thing, and Gary Monk is the manager, and he just walked past me. I was like, "Oh, that's
nice.
quite cool."
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. So, in terms of if we're going to do position by position, actually, for Santa Clara, Gabriel Batista had a very, very good game.
Is that the one that used to play for Arsenal?
They won 1-0 against Estrella. I don't know, actually.
Is it?
I don't know.
No.
But he made 5 saves. Expected goals faced was 0.5. So yeah,
Oh, what, he's a goalkeeper?
Goalkeeper, yes.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
sorry,
no.
from the back.
Well,
Very,
I thought
very
Gabriel
good.
Palista is a centre back. So never mind.
Niakate, recognise that name? Siku
Yeah.
Niakate.
Yeah.
I can't remember who he used to play for, but
Who? Sorry.
Siku Niakate, the
Siku
centre back.
Niakate.
All I'm thinking of is Nakata.
He's played Mets. No, why do I recognise that name?
Because you recognise, I think, Moussa Niakate, who played for Nottingham Forest.
That's probably it then.
Yeah.
Oh, the French guy. Yeah.
He's
And Benfica got a new boss, haven't they?
They did.
I've realised, yeah.
Yes.
Bruno Lage.
Yep.
That's not a bad appointment.
it's not a bad appointment at all.
Remember him at Wolves? He didn't last a massive amount of time.
No,
did he?
but I think in this league it'll
Do
be
we
a bit
blame him
different.
for that though? Wolves
Wolves
is
is
a difficult shit show
Wolves is a difficult place to manage.
Yeah.
at the moment with the budget.
Yeah, it's all the whole time.
Well, when they had money, they were good. When it was Nuno.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean,
Nuno had a good time.
Nuno's had a good start of the season. For Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
Yep.
Another club that's
Very
got some
good.
money to spend.
Well, it's just like almost a what's the
Ratatouille.
No, shut up.
Ratatouille.
Sorry, I'm
Why would I
hungry.
be saying ratatouille?
Ratatouille.
I'm very hungry. Bear with me.
Ratabundar or something. It's like a way of saying that basically there's a bunch of players and managers this season are kind of
Remontada.
Remontada. That's it.
Yeah.
Fulham, You mean how many players of Fulham are kind of players who were decent and then
a few years ago, and then now
they fell off, and now they're coming back.
Yeah. You got Jimenez, Adama Traore, Smith Rowe. Yeah,
Smith Rowe.
Why was it always that Muller was that Remontada or whatever?
Because he got worse and he got better again.
I thought it was that he was like it was a positional thing. Like
he had to move position to then get better again.
Oh, okay. I always thought that was like a tactical like role.
No. But Gyökeres on 10 goals this season
already. How many games?
6.
Erling Haaland type numbers.
6 games. And Sporting's goal difference in first place, they are 3 points clear at the moment. Their goal difference is 11 more than the second highest goal difference on 9 for 20. They have 20 goal difference this season.
Wow. I mean, as somebody who's signed a leading player from Sporting before, he will bang.
It's ridiculous.
It's weird. Players from the Portuguese league do tend to work out. I can't think of many examples where it hasn't, like excluding like some Bebe, but like recently, Bruno's come from there, Enzo's come from there.
Yep.
Like, there is talent in this division, and it does translate reasonably well.
Yeah. And I mean, they charge ridiculous amounts of money, which is fair enough if you want to keep your best players. Like I don't understand why the Eredivisie don't do that enough. They don't seem to put the prices up as much.
There are a lot more flops that come from the Eredivisie. There's a lot more with the Portuguese league. There is evidence that recently the players translate well, and there is more interest because of that. The players work better. With the Eredivisie, there are a lot more examples where it does just not work.
Mm-hmm.
The pace of the league doesn't match up. They're not able to replicate the numbers. So I think the Portuguese league are clever, and they know that, so they will kind of carry on with it.
Yeah, I mean, the only transfer that I'm thinking from the Eredivisie is Anthony for that amount of money.
Yeah.
I'm struggling to think of anyone else.
Ziyech.
Bastos.
That wasn't great.
Yeah, but that's like what? Well, how much was Ziyech? Was he like 40 million? Yeah, that's See, that's like Cody Gakpo like type price. I mean, that's not
Van der Beek.
That's not. That's like 35, isn't it? What I mean is
Like the big
70, 80 million pounds.
But
It seems to happen a lot more often.
With the because again, like there are examples at 30, 40 million where it doesn't work out in the Eredivisie. But again, with the Portuguese league, I can't think of an example where it hasn't. Can you think of a bad player who's come from the Portuguese league?
Sure, there's plenty.
There probably is, but recently, like
you could say João Felix at Atletico.
I suppose you could. But again, went to La Liga, not the Prem.
Yeah, but still,
João Neves just went to.
Yeah, but I think that would be a good signing.
Yeah.
I think he's a quality player.
But again, they went from the. Yeah, but that's the thing. It's working out.
I guess we'll find out.
We will. We'll find out at the end of the day. But I just think there is more reason for the Portuguese league to put the prices up.
Yeah,
it is what it is. Are there any other teams you've got to
mention it all, mate? Mention it all. Nice, short, sweet package.
Yeah.
Yes. Because there's not much talk about the Portuguese league. Because
there is. Just we're moving on.
Have you got your team? But we'll move on for a second. Is there any teams in there that?
I told you those 3 that are in 4th to 6th.
But like, I'm talking like Chavez level, like.
No, there's no Chavez level. There's no
Chavez. Can we have a little Chavez watch just quickly before we move on?
Oh, the second.
I want to keep checking in.
How do I check?
Last I checked, they weren't that high up the table.
League Portugal 2. They
the
are 13th out of 18.
And what was their last game, quickly?
Their last game. Where are you, motherfuckers? They won 1-0, 2-1 against Felgueiras 1932.
Ooh.
So fair play to Chavez.
Yeah. They also won in the Portuguese Cup, it says there. So they got back-to-back wins in all competitions. Wow.
Wins. What a positive for them.
That's
very
positive.
And what a positive for you that you got to watch this episode. That was great as well.
That was nice.
That was
very
good.
nice.
Thank you all very much for watching. Please leave your thoughts on the European leagues in the comments below. I believe next week is going to be a punishment for, him, but I'm not sure 100%. So down below, I want some ideas for punishments because I'm never good at these. Give us some ideas of how we can punish the loser of the month for how well they've performed this season.
I think it's unfair, but that's fine.
And obviously drop us a like as well, and check out the other content that's on the channel. We've got a gold show coming out tomorrow. Or came out yesterday, and obviously there will be a red show on Monday and then a blue show on Wednesday, as per usual. I hate you so much.
Thank you guys.
Blue show, blue podcast. Fuck. I will speak to you guys in a bit, and see you later.
Cheers.